Hey, good afternoon, Bob, Trade Genius. Still the 15th of December. I want to show you a couple really cool charts and graphics and the rationale behind staying short natural gas. So this popped into my inbox this morning, and it's the ensemble for the next 15 days, which take us through the end of the month. And it's showing that it's going to be cooler and rainier over the western United States and warm on the east. So for you East Coasters, you're going to have a warm Christmas. For us Californians, we should get some rain, welcomed rain. This whole area has been in drought, and it's going to go a long way to relieving that drought. So that's good news. But it wasn't the only chart that I had. Is I want to talk about also. Here's the El Nino chart that goes with it. And so this has been it's been building. It's considered a weak El Nino, but what we're hearing now is that this may be a 2-year weak El Nino event, which should give us 2 good years of rain. And I saw another article. I can't find the source now. If I could, I definitely would bring it up. That kind of shows how the El Nino with the Pacific cycle, with the solar cycle, they're calling out 2021 as a very strong El Nino year, and they showed the back test on this. So there's an opportunity for a weak El Nino to get stronger if this pattern that has produced in the past is consistent this time. But it looks like the West should get 2 years of some good solid rain, and then they're calling for 22-23 to be a very, very, very strong La Nina event. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then if we flip over to here and we go over to other weather source, I'll get to that in a second here, I guess I showed you both of them. So here's natural gas then, is the seasonality of it. So they spike it. I mean, look at this, is just so right on for the pattern, is that they had a spike into November, and they cause it December. Once the injections are full, they don't need the natural gas, and then if the draws are down because the weather's warm, they usually spike it down. And for this whole year, it's been flattish. I'll show you that chart in a second. And then out of the blue, they had this huge run up natural gas, and apparently a hedge fund was wrongly positioned, too much leverage, and they just ripped it higher, and now that's coming back down. And then the chart here is that it broke the 3 standard deviations on a daily, which is extremely unusual. If you just look at how natural gas tends to move, not too much out of range, and then all of a sudden it just ripped, and now that thing is starting to come down. And depending on what you want to call this, you could call this a flag that failed. You can call this a descending triangle that failed, but it's a 7-point move, and the failure rate's around 34. So looking at 27, 26, and lo and behold, right here's a gap. So that's what we're playing for right now, and we're in till next Friday. But I'll be happy to push it out another week if we think it's just going to keep falling through the Christmas holiday. And looking out 15 days, it's looking pretty warm. So relative to the needs for natural gas. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you. Good news for us here in California. I'm not too sure you guys on the East Coast are too happy. Europe should be really happy that, in fact, that's where I want to go here. This is the ensemble that shows the whole Northern Hemisphere. Sorry, this is from my from Joe Bastardi's blog, and he shows the same footprint of cool and rainy. His doesn't push far as down into California, but definitely the Northwest is going to get socked, and it looks like Japan's going to get some good weather, and then Europe into Russia is going to be fairly benign, or to the warmer side. So that's kind of where it's going to be, and this is a pattern that we like here in California, and is a pattern we like here, short natural gas. So not too much pressure on the heating units, at least for the next 15 days. Anyway, thanks for listening. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.